No more hiding. No more. And what happened was, she had to learn that she was the example of what was possible. She still didn't realise that she was the example, that people would understand and want to know more knowledge. So what happened was, she got nominated for the Sunshine Coast Business Women's Network Award and became a finalist, so that she was able to recognise that she is making a difference in people's lives and is an example. That's my story. A lot of people say to me, Jean, can I come and have a session with you because I want to know what my purpose is? So my answer is very blunt. I don't know. Yes, I'll look into your body, I'll take your money, and then I'll say to you, I don't know. Because purpose is living life with purpose. If you're making dinner, do it with purpose. If you're going to the toilet, make it with purpose. If you're sitting here, be on purpose. The reason I put that in, that's huge for me to do so, is because I had a dream. At 5 years old, I had a dream to make the physical and the metaphysical as one. There's no difference. I've been able to incorporate my nursing, autopsies and pathology background with my vision. My vision is being able to see the anatomy and physiology inside people. We all can, you just forgot. Children do it all the time. My son does it with animals only. So how did I get where I am today? I kept something. When you look at your rose quartz heart, and what I want you to do is place that rose quartz heart against your heart and take a really big breath. What if rose quartz was not about love of self? What if rose quartz was about breaking every single limit within yourself? What if rose quartz was about touching back into a core place within you where you knew you are magnificent? You've got a constant reminder of that. You can leave your rose quartz there or just hold it. So, what happened after I had the cancer? What happened after I healed myself? My nursing registration went like this. I let it go. I couldn't go back to nursing. I could not go back to the medical field because I knew too much. Even when I was nursing, I would look inside patients' body and think, oh my God, that doctor's prescribing X drug is going to kill a patient. And I couldn't say a thing. That was my deep, dark secret. I couldn't do it. But then to come out to Professor so-and-so and say, excuse me, you're actually going to kill that patient. Can you imagine what would have happened? Send her to the psych ward. Send her to the psych ward now. So I decided to scoop up all the things that I love doing, because that's purpose as well. And I hope that all of you women in your business are doing what you want to do, because I don't actually work, I do what I want to do. So I wrote a list. This is a very condensed down list. My list was 5 books of paper, pieces of paper long. I love self-development. Anyone else like self-development? Love it. I love the metaphysical. Love all that spooky stuff, you know, the crystals and aromatherapy and all the yummy things. I love adventures. I love going to new places and doing new things. I love taking people on adventures. Love crystals. I still really love the medical side of things, because medicine is the art of healing. Medicine's not actually, would you like a Panadol? I love people. Even though I was petrified as people as a child, I really love people now. I love travel. It sounds like I'm doing a deodorant ad, don't it? I love people. I love that. I love sport, any sort of sport. I love having fun. And there's one thing. There was one thing I used to get in trouble from my husband and my family all the time, was giving things away. So if this lady here said, I love your necklace, do you want it? Have it. Because my understanding of consciousness is as you give it, someone else will give back to you. And that's how I run my business. A bit like Louise Hayes. She jumps in, gives it, and hopes the money comes in. I still run my business that way now. And so one of the things I love doing is gifting. So the ladies are coming around now with an extra gift. In here is over $600 worth of gifts. So you've got one set of gifts, and I'd like you to pass them along. But there's something I'd really like you to do for me and for yourselves in that gifting to pass it forward, is when you get those gifts at home, I would really appreciate if you could pass on the attitude of gratitude and email every single person in that gift bag and say, thank you, I received your gift today. These people that are in the gift bags have touched my life in some way, and I hope that they touch your life. That's on purpose. I chose to do this because of Natalie's work with NetConnect, and I thought about cobwebs and how we're all one. And I thought it was really important that we all share our gift. And the first gift is saying thank you. If you cannot use one of those gifts, gift it on. If there's something you don't want, you don't like, please pass it on. Thank you. Okay, just stop with your gift bags for a moment, because they've all gone like children. Can I borrow your gift bag? Oh. When you got the gift bag, how did you feel? Exactly. It doesn't matter what's in the gift bag. It's the act of giving. And the more we give, the more you understand whatever work you do, whether it be being a single mum at home, whether it be being unemployed, whether it be being the CEO of BHP or Enlightened Goddess or whatever, you're always gifting. And when you see you're providing service to someone and giving them something, it changes the whole perception of your business, changes the whole energy of your business. I just really wanted to go quickly through some of this stuff. There are people that have touched my life. One lady is Minda Lennon, who's provided a book. When I put an email out to some of the people, I said, would you like to donate something? I want a gift on. Yep, here it is. Books, that's valued at $25. You've got black bikinis that will not fit me, but will fit someone, valued at $55. You've got meditation CD, $25. Different sort of meditation CD, $25. Some of the stuff in here is extraordinary. So as I said, please, if you can email each person to say thank you. I received your gift today. Imagine what you can do for them. So that led me on to, well, how do you use medical intuition? As Natalie said, I'm not sick. Why on earth would I go and see Dean? Don't see me. Would you like to play? Because I've put in the slides here that we can do some stuff right now. Yeah? Yes. Okay. So your biography becomes your biology. Just like my biography, my story, I became depressed because I suppressed my potentiality. I couldn't see myself. Then I created cancer. My understanding of cancer is hidden secret and deep-seated pain. Well, I was creating my own pain by hiding. Yep. So medicine is the art to heal. Intuition is spontaneous insight. And the idea of the Millennium modality medical intuition is that we connect things to synchronize together, the physical and the metaphysical to be one again. There was a mathematician called Plato who talked about the metaphysical being a form of science, and he said to cure something is to heal it. To cure it is to alleviate immediate pain. This is not a put down on the medical system, but after working in it for 15 years through pathology, autopsies and nursing, I noticed that if someone had something wrong with them, you just chop off their arm, because then it's all fixed. But as Plato said, if you don't work out what's going on, it will happen somewhere else. So part of this work is to say, all right, what's the body saying? So there's a story. And if you look at the word history, our English language has actually changed. There was a lot of hyphens between our language. Emotions, energy in motion. Hi, story. Hi, what's the story? So every time your body does something, it's trying to tell you something. The human body is a blueprint for your most dominant thoughts. It's a printout of the internal vibration. So it's like you've pressed the computer button on the printer and gone, and it's trying to tell you exactly what's going on. It shows the unconscious secrets, and you are the author. You are the authority. You're the one that writes your script. So although I had all the abuse and separation, all the stories, I still had a choice to take those stories on. Then we could go into an argument about, but you're only a child. But I had a choice to hold on to those stories or go, you know what, they're just stories. I can break free. Your biography becomes your biology. So I thought I'd give some examples. Would you like that? Yep. So this is Anna. Anna used to have dreadful, dreadful period pain. And part of her period pain was that she lived with 4 brothers, a dad and a mum on a farm. And Anna loved craft. She loved all the rinky-tinky, sparkly stuff. She was a really girly girl. Being on a farm, she wasn't allowed to be. Being with 4 boys, 4 brothers, she wasn't allowed to be. She had to get in there and be one of the boys. And what she did is she denied her feminine side. She felt like she couldn't accept herself, and she wrote a story. And the story she wrote was, from the age of 13 when she got her period, was, oh well, I just have to be one of the boys. And she used to dress like a tomboy. She put it inside her uterus, and the uterus is only little. As you can see here, it's a tiny, tiny little thing. But did you know that your uterus, whether it's been chopped out or not, the body doesn't realise, that's your factory, that's your production line. So whatever story you create, you put it in the uterus, and then you keep producing it. The factory keeps producing it. So when Anna was able to understand what she had created, it was amazing. 1 week later, no period pain. Her periods became regular, no clotting, and she opened up a craft shop in her hometown. The more she accepted herself, the more she went, you know what, this is who I am. And she was extremely successful because she opened up the door for other women to be rinky-tinky as well. Megan used to get migraines around her period time. And what would happen was with those migraines, she would actually start vomiting. It was 2 days before her period, and she'd get this intense pain, and no matter what she would take, whether it was Panadol, Mesindol, Pethidine, nothing would take this pain away. But what she didn't realise was she was rejecting herself. And the more that the pain right throughout her cranial bones happened, the more she started to feel sick. She needed to be conscious of what she was doing to herself. And what she was doing was she didn't realise that having a period was normal. Because Megan didn't realise or have the education about her period. She thought it was actually bad and ugly because of what family said. Once she understood about menstrual cycles and that the menstrual cycle is actually a gift, that is the closest time women will be to God's space. Once upon a time when we had our period, we would send you away to be. The first day is all about grieving because your job is to produce babies and you're letting go of those eggs. But then your connection to all that is at the highest form when you've got your period. And once upon a time, women were in charge. And the men used to come to you when you had your period and say, when do we plant the corn? It was actually a very sacred time. And so what she denied within herself, she rejected the sacredness of herself. And she would vomit because the stomach wanted her to be conscious. It didn't want to be full of food. She took herself off to a GP and had menstrual education as well as metaphysical education to the point where she has no more migraines at all. But I didn't tell you something. Those migraines started when she was 3 years old, and she didn't have a period then. At 3 years old, she suddenly realised the illusion of fear because her dad started to rape her.